What's poppin', what's Gucci guys? If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. So today is Saturday, and you know what that means. We are gonna do a continuation of last week's video, which is to tour more apartments, so I guess this is sort of like a part 2 of the video. Now, I wasn't really planning on touring these 2 apartments, but I figured if this is gonna be the place where I'm gonna be living for like the next 12, 13, 14, 15 months, it better be a good place. I've been looking at a lot of apartments online, and it's just so different than comparing it to looking at it in person. Like online, you get to see pictures and they're all renovated and decorated and things like that, but when you go in person, it's a different experience. So I just want to get that in-person experience and see what it's really like to be living at that place. What I noticed when I was searching these apartments was some reviews say that there's like car break-ins and this and that, but it's the Bay Area and it's to be expected around here. So because of that, I'm trying to find a place where it has the least amount of those reviews, and at the same time not be overcharged compared to every other place, because they're all pretty similar. Now, if you don't know about the apartments in the Bay Area, a lot of them are similar in price, whether it's a really upgraded apartment versus a not so upgraded apartment. Like obviously there's gonna be outliers, but still in general it's gonna be all around the same price range, and what you get is pretty similar as well. Anyways, my first appointment is at 12:30. It's 12:07. I think I'm gonna be a little bit early this time as opposed to last time. Let's go. I'll see you there. Yo, we just parked, you guys. We are in Midtown San Jose, which is the same location as the second apartment in the previous video. As I was driving here, I was trying to take in all of these sites in the surrounding neighborhoods, because one of the YouTubers that I watch says that, you know, if you can't go out at night at 9 p.m. without feeling safe, then it's probably not going to be the neighborhood for you, or at least it's probably not the neighborhood that I really want to live in. Alright y'all, so I just got the clipboard, and oh, there's actually the fitness studios right behind me. This is for cardio, and I guess that's the weight room. It doesn't seem so big, but I guess if I just want a random workout during the day or during the night, it's convenient. But I'm trying to find unit 152 for touring. I think it's this way. It's not the same one that I looked at online, which is unfortunate, because I really wanted an island in the studio. It would have looked so much better than just having a kitchen on the wall like the last ones that we've seen. I think the island really brings out a place. Plus it's another place where I can just eat my dinner, eat my lunch, just buy a couple of bar stools and just put them there. All right, this is the unit that we're looking in. Let's see if the door fob opens this time. Alright y'all, let's talk about this studio real quick. So first impressions when I walked in was, wow, it looks really wide. Like when I first walked in, you can just see the open living space, and I really like how there's this little area right here where I can potentially put either my desk or like a small dining table along with some plants. I really appreciate this little small area here, because I feel like in the other kitchens, it was like when you just walk in the door, there would be a huge wall here. So this extra space here is actually huge. Another thing I really like about this studio is how bright it is, considering that it's on the first level. Like I really didn't expect that walking in here. But as you can see, there's 2 huge windows here. I don't like the blinds. I don't really like the style of the windows, but you can see the amount of sunlight that gets in here. Another thing that really caught my attention was the recessed lighting, as you can see up there, and then also the small lamp there. I know it's not like a huge thing or like too impressive or anything, but it's the small details that make it feel more like home. Lastly, like the other apartment that we toured with the huge closet, this one also has a massive closet with 2 lights. I don't know why there's 2, but it just kind of exemplifies like how big this closet is. Like, okay, let me show you. I'm walking in, right? look how deep this closet goes in. Like, it's at least 7 or 8 foot, if not more. And the really cool thing about this closet is the amount of storage space up here, because it goes all around this. And like I was saying in my previous video, this space can be used as another office if I really want it to be, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. As you can see though, it's a pretty good amount of space for one person. I think online it lists it as 523 square feet, which is really not too bad. Again, the thing that I don't really like about this place is the fact that it's on the first floor. This apartment complex has up to 5 floors, and this is at the very ground level, so there's gonna be more bugs, and I don't know. I feel like I can get way more light if I lived above more, but then again, it's more expensive at the same time. All right, let's talk about some of the pros of this place. Although I mentioned some already, but let's go over it again. I like how there's stainless steel appliances, although it's not like super name brand. I don't think it's Frigidaire or something like that. I like how there's recessed lighting, although I wish there was more so that the room could be more bright in general, because I feel like at night it's definitely gonna be more dim. Another pro is the cabinets. As you can see, it's really, really nice. It's renovated, and for like an older place, I can really appreciate that fact. Next, let's talk about the hardwood floor. Like, I really love hardwood floors. The thing about hardwood floors is that it makes the place look so much more luxurious. The only bad part about them is that I'm gonna have to do a lot more Swiffering, but I can manage that. Now let's talk about the cons of this place, because if I'm gonna be paying $2 grand a month, I'm gonna be wanting the best things for myself. There's definitely some cons in this apartment. For instance, the countertops, I'm not a fan of them. They are just outdated, and even though it seems like they installed it to make it look nicer, I think they would have done a better job if they put like a solid color. As you can see, it's kind of awkward, and when you start putting more things on top of them, it's just gonna look even more awkward. The next con I want to talk about is how everything is just out there. So this is what I'm talking about. Things like this is okay, right? But things like this is definitely a no for me, because if you just look around, there's so many switches and things like that. So if you put furniture in to block them, like, that's fine. But if you're just walking in and trying to keep your apartment minimalistic, which I'm trying to do, because when you walk in, you just see all these gadgets and things popping out at you, which again, I'm not a fan of. And the last con that I can really think of is the bathroom. It looks very outdated and it's super dark, as you can see. Even with the lights on, like, it's really orange. They couldn't put white lights in here or something, I don't know. But it's small compared to the other apartments that we toured, and everything just seems outdated. The walls, the backsplash, the back tiles, whatever this is called. The shower head, like, it's a shower head, so I can't complain too much about it. I can always like swap it out or whatever. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to show you guys was this little room here. Pretty good size coat closet. I can put all of my junk in here as well that I don't want to put in my actual closet. And then I'm assuming this is the washer and dryer. Yes, it is. Just like the other ones, kind of like an outdated style. But if I'm just living here by myself, I can do laundry like once a week. It's really not that bad. As long as it's tucked away in this door, which looks super old, by the way. It looks like a janitor's closet. Anyways, we're gonna look at another unit in this apartment. It's gonna be a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. I didn't really expect to tour it, but she just recommended it anyways. Trying to upsell, you know what I'm saying? Unit 255, let's go. All right, we are at the second apartment, 255, let's go. Alright y'all, let's talk about this second apartment. And before I go into details, I want to let you know that I just received a call about the second apartment that we're going to tour today. Really good news, the starting studio price is about $1,581, which is $200 cheaper than the first studio we just saw right now. So I'm going to try to not rush throughout this second apartment, this 1-bed, 1-bath, but I'm just saying I'm super excited to tour that one. Anyways, 1-bed, 1-bath, just like the other video, it is huge. Like, way too much space for me. I don't think I can justify paying more money for space that I don't really need. One thing that I really do appreciate about this apartment in particular is the cabinets. They're wood, they look really nice, renovated. But just like the other apartment as well, I'm not a huge fan of the countertops. Like, put some marble quartz or something. I don't know, it's just, I don't know what their style is. I just don't like it. Again, not a huge fan of the color scheme in here. The walls are dark and like, the lighting is just weird. Like, take a look at this. They put white recessed lighting there, but then all of the rest of the lighting is orange. So it kind of just blends together and it doesn't look good. But this island has got my eyes on it. Like, I love having an island in a place, whether it's a studio or whether it's a one bed, one bath. I think it's super useful, and I think every single place should have them regardless of like how big it is, just because it can double up as a table if you really wanted to. And it's a great entertainment area. If you ever have friends or family over, you can put your drinks out here, your food out here. It's just a great place to be, surrounding the kitchen where there's a lot of food. And if you know me, I love food. So yeah, overall, this apartment is pretty good if you're paying the right price for it. I don't know how much this unit is specifically. The first unit was around $1,800, so I'm assuming this one's gonna be around $2,200, $2,300 per month, which is definitely justifiable as long as you can get a roommate. Otherwise, all this extra space, I don't need. By the way, I really hope I don't run out of battery today because I forgot to bring my extra batteries, and I feel like the second apartments that we're gonna tour is gonna be a lot more interesting. It's called Silver Apartments. It's about a mile down the street, so it's really not too far at all. So in terms of amenities, like surrounding restaurants, gyms, things like that, it's all pretty much the same. And at the same time, I'm paying a cheaper price for it, if that studio's right. Anyways, your boy is hungry. I'm gonna go get some lunch. My next appointment is in about an hour, so that's plenty of time for me to eat. See you guys at the second apartments. What is going on, you guys? It is currently 2:11, and above me is actually the second apartment from my previous video. It's called Patina at Midtown, and it was like my #1 choice, but I'm still looking around at a couple places, and the second place for today is actually right here. It's called Silver Apartments. Nothing too fancy. It looks good though. Like, it's right next to Patina, which means I like the neighborhood, like I mentioned before, and I think the leasing office is right there. There's parking, and then I don't think it's as high as Patina. I think Patina has an extra like 2 floors or something. But still, overall it should be great, and the price is better. So let's go check it out. Alright y'all, so sorry I couldn't really film myself talking inside the units here, but let me tell you why after I get in the car. So I actually got a tour from one of the staff members, and she was really nice about everything, explained pretty much all the details inside the apartments, all the units, where everything is. Super helpful, and compared to the other apartments, she was just extremely nice. Like, Ashley and I toured the other apartments last time, and the Madera San Pedro Square, they weren't so helpful. They were late and all of that, which I didn't appreciate. Patina was okay. Like, the staff members were really nice there as well. Patina apartments, these ones right here, they're newer, but when you compare it to the ones that we just looked at today, really similar. I actually prefer these ones more because of all the trimmings, all of the finishes, the countertops, and compared to the first apartments that we took a look at today, there's not everything just popping up at you, you know, with all the switches, the gadgets and all that, which I'm really grateful for. So it's looking real good. I think I'm going to commit to this one. I'm going to go home and take some time to really process everything, and I don't know exactly when I'll be moving in. I'm hoping at the end of this month to like early next month. The pricing is only good until like after this weekend, so I really want to secure the pricing. The studios that we took a look at, the first one starts off at, I think it was like $1,600. It is more west facing. I think the first one is west facing. I can't remember too clearly, but it was on the 5th floor, which I want. It's the top level. I'm not going to have any noise from above. And when we were touring all around, it was a pretty quiet area. So it's going to be perfect for me to make videos for you guys. And in case I ever want to just relax and not be disturbed by anybody, it's going to be perfect. And then the second unit, the second studio that we took a look at, it was really good as well. The refrigerator, like I mentioned, was on the opposite side. It's more along the island compared to being behind you, which I like because it allows for more walk space. And then after we took a look at the studios, we took a look at the 1-bedroom apartments. There was a corner unit, and then there was a regular unit, I guess. I don't really know another name for it. They were good size space as well. Really nice pricing. I think around $2,000 per month, which again is very good compared to the other apartments we looked at where it would be like $2,300 per month. So I really like this unit. Even though they're at 80% capacity, they can still honor such great pricing. I really like this place. It tells me that they're not just after my money, and that they want a good tenant experience, and I don't know. That's just my first impression of it. But right now, I'm going to go home to really process things over. I know I didn't talk too much about this apartment when we were touring because, again, we were getting the tour by one of the staff members. But overall, this area is great. There's a lot of people with dogs, and I really want a dog myself, but we'll see about that. There's security walking around, patrolling all the time. It just seems more of a community as opposed to living downtown where it's more hectic. So hey, maybe my car will be parked inside that parking garage very soon. Speaking of parking, is only $35 a month as opposed to Patina. I think they charge like $100, and then downtown it was also $100. The best part about parking is that guests can park inside the garage on the left side. There's like 20 vacant spots where they can park for free overnight, whatever it is. And then also take a look right there. Like, there's so many open parallel parking spots. It's just perfect in case I ever have guests over. They can just park there without having to worry about anything. So all in all, I never expected to be so excited about this apartment. I took a look at it online and I was like, hey, it looks interesting. It's right next to Patina, the one that we took a look at last time. So I'm going to go check it out, and I'm so glad that I did. It's so amazing. I spent like an hour on tour with her, so thank you to her for her time. Anyways, this concludes today's video. It was very exciting for me. I hope it was for you as well. If it was, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And in case I end up signing this apartment, which is at like a 95% chance right now, stay tuned for future videos. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. But as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.